Our top story tonight, after 16 years of leading one of the largest dioceses in America, Cardinal Dolan's resignation letter has been accepted by Pope Leo XIV. To replace him, the Holy Father has appointed Bishop Ronald Hicks from the Diocese of Joliet, Illinois, a fellow Chicagoan with years of missionary experience. Earlier today, the two held a press conference at St. Patrick's Cathedral in Manhattan, where Bishop Hicks expressed his gratitude and excitement to serve the church in New York City.
I love it. I love the culture, the food, the energy, the plays, the neighborhoods, but especially I love the people. I love the people from all over the world who call this place home.
Jonathan Liedl is senior editor for The Register. So for those who are not familiar with Bishop Hicks, what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I think the first thing that jumps out about him is how remarkably similar his profile is to Pope Leo's. Both of them, they're from Chicago, not just from Chicago, but from the south suburbs. In fact, Pope Leo, of course, is from Dalton, and Bishop Hicks is from the next town down in New Holland. So they have, really that Chicago background in common. Another thing is missionary experience in Latin America. Pope Leo, of course, a number of years in Peru, and Bishop Hicks was really formed by his experience 5 years in El Salvador, running a regional orphanage there. Really, Bishop Hicks, when I talk to people who knew him in the Diocese of Joliet, what really sticks out about him is a missionary spirit and a pastoral heart. So those are really the kinds of things that he will bring with him to New York.
Now, you talked about how he's quite similar to Pope Leo. How similar or different do you think his leadership style will be when compared to Cardinal Dolan?
Well, I think Cardinal Dolan is really a one-of-a-kind church leader. He has an enormous personality, very media savvy, very charismatic, so a tough act to follow in that sense. Bishop Hicks, he's described himself as an introvert with a gentle spirit, but at the same time, he himself is a very charismatic preacher, and he really puts a lot of emphasis into his preaching ministry. He's also said before how much he loves people and loves being with people, loves listening to people, interacting with people, which of course is probably a good thing because a lot of people up in the Archdiocese of New York.
What does this announcement signal from Rome?
Yeah, I guess I would caution about sort of like overreading a signal coming from Rome, a seismic shift, some of the language we've heard out there. For the reasons we just discussed, whoever was going to follow Cardinal Dolan, it would represent a change of some kind just because of how singular a figure Cardinal Dolan is. But at the same time, what I would really stress is that Pope Leo has picked for the next Archbishop of New York a bishop who is really representative of the U.S. bishops right now. Bishop Hicks, his focus is really on missionary discipleship. He's not an outlier on one end or the other. As evidence of this, I would point out that just last year in 2024, the U.S. bishops elected Bishop Hicks to be the head of their Committee on Clergy, Consecrated Life, and Vocations with over 63% of the vote. So again, I see this as really Pope Leo picking a bishop in continuity with where the U.S. bishops are at right now.
Jonathan, thanks so much.